Manchester City, the reigning champions, the citizens, they did host Mikel Arteta side Arsenal at the Etihad. Of course, it was a keenly contested match. It was a fierce game. But at the end of it all, at the end of the first half, it looks like Michael Oliver happened to Arsenal. Can you tell when I say Michael Oliver happened to Arsenal? You should know where I'm coming from. Michael Oliver happened to Arsenal, and of course they had to turn back to defend and defend and defend from the start of the second half till the last minute of the second half. Defended. Of course, when you look at the possession, it was to some extent 94 for Manchester City, 6 for Arsenal. Of course, they're one of the worst records they've had against playing in the English Premier League. Let's take away the positives first from that very game before we talk about the negatives.
Yeah, I think going to that game, I said it here, and I'll repeat again. I knew Arsenal would not lose that game. I was so sure about that. Arsenal almost won it, 90.8.
Almost.
Yes.
But nearly can never kill a
Yeah, nearly can. It happens. It's football. Small margins. And don't forget that they did that with a man down, 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
And this same team has played. They played against Brighton, a man down, 45 minutes, similar. They went to Spurs. They went to Atlanta. So I think kudos to them. Without Odegaard, and probably one of the shortest, one of the what's it called? What would I use? One of the shortest squad. Smallest squad in Premier League.
Thin squad.
Thin squad. Yeah, that was what I was looking for. I don't know how Arsenal managed to be in a situation where the squad is so thin. And kudos to players replacing. Yeah, kudos to the team. And it shows that that match was so fierce. I think if not for the red card, I wouldn't have said okay, maybe Arsenal would have won or Man City would have come back. But definitely he played a role. And there's nobody that knows Man City, the quality Man City, more than Arteta. He knows Man City.
He has worked with them.
Yeah, so he knows what they are capable of, and he had no choice but to do. I would call it a defensive masterclass.
It was a masterclass.
Exactly. If Mourinho did it, and it's called masterclass, but when Arteta do it, it's called. It doesn't matter whether it's 100-0. They defended and. Towards the end, it couldn't happen, but a draw is a positive. Arsenal have played
away from home.
Arsenal have played this season, apart from Wolves. Arsenal have played Aston Villa away, Tottenham away, Brighton at home with one man down 45 minutes, Spurs away, Man City away, 45 minutes, one man down. And have not lost any of the games. The game they've considered is the game they played 45 minutes, one man down. So I think that there's no majorly without their captain Odegaard, which is definitely the role he plays with the squad. So I think it was something that could happen. It's a positive result. It's something that I don't want to say any. Maybe the negative part is that probably the only part I would say about that game only is that maybe Trossard should have been more aware. But I wouldn't. I have the way to defend what happened with Trossard. So I'm going to.
Okay, can I tell you, you've gotten to the extent of what Trossard, what ended him in the red card. PGML came up after that very game to say that it wasn't the foul that ended him against Bernardo Silva that ended him the yellow. It was kicking the ball.
Exactly.
This was a typical example of what not Declan Rice. Jeremy Doku did
that.
Exactly.
Earlier in the game.
And the fans, they started shouting.
And I want to say
but
something.
Michael Oliver didn't do anything
there's
about
so many,
it.
I don't want to go details into, because there's so many that said even Trossard kicked that ball just not much after he blew the whistle.
Exactly.
With the crowd, with the noise. Secondly, is he kick? Declan Rice to me was more of a yellow card, second yellow card, because he stopped the player from kicking the ball.
Yes,
but
stopping a quick play.
Trossard didn't stop any player from stopping a quick play.
Yes.
Secondly, Bernardo Silva that he fouled was on the floor. So how will Man City play a quick play when
the foul player was on
the floor
and the ball wasn't in the right spot?
Exactly. Thirdly, I know the rules are the rules. Don't kick the ball. Delay tactics. But what is common sense? This same Michael Oliver refereed Arsenal last season against Man City, and Kovacic made 2 tackles at what red card.
At the end of it,
he used his common sense.
He came up to say he never wanted to. No, PGML came to defend him. They said Michael Oliver said he never wanted to ruin that very game. The one of Mateo Kovacic, the foul against Declan Rice. He never wanted to ruin that game, but he ruined the one of yesterday.
Yes, he didn't waste the time. Normally, common sense will play. Okay, this player committed the first foul. The second foul. What you do is that this is a big game. This is an entertaining game. You don't want to spoil such a game. You give that player a warning. Then if that player makes that same mistake, then that player doesn't have any excuse. But you were so quick to send that player off when the player is not stopping any quick play because he kicked the ball away. Come on. I'm not trying to defend Trossard. What he did, he will be more aware that, these guys are at our back. We know that any little thing we do, we're going to send off. But come on. what is common sense in football?
Sonny Bobo, in the history, in the records of Michael Oliver being a referee, he has handed the highest number of red cards against a certain team, Arsenal Football Club, 7 red cards in his entire career as a referee. What has Oliver got to do with Arsenal?
I don't know what Arsenal have done to him. If you observe, I didn't see that game, but I saw the highlight. I saw the goal that Calafiori scored. He was almost in the way of that goal. He was almost in the way of that goal.
Yeah.
He was almost there to stop that goal from going in because the guy was about to shoot the shot. So I don't know what he had, whatever he had with Arsenal in the past or whatever he's having with Arsenal, but that was a poor refereeing from the referee. That was totally poor because for me, I don't know why one team will be punished for one offense, then another player will not be punished for that same offense. Now, Doku, I saw that Doku kicked the ball, but nothing happened. Now, for me, that there was a little time between when he blew the whistle and when Trossard was trying to pass the ball. So there was no reason whatsoever to give him that second yellow card. Then, of course, coming in the red card, there was no reason whatsoever. But he just wanted to kill the game. He just wanted to. That was exactly what he tried to force. They wanted Arsenal to lose that game. Now, this is not the first time Manchester City are running away. Remember last 3 seasons against Everton, a handball in the box by Rodri, and nothing happened about that. They didn't give their a hand, but they came out to apologize. PGMO came out to apologize. So I don't know what they are doing. Let's see
my own is that I think yes, the rules are the rules, but what I want to say is consistency.
Yes, if you are doing it for A, do it to B.
Because we want to see similar situation happens to other teams. Whether regardless of whether they're playing against a big team or not, they should do the same thing. If a player kicks the ball and is on the yellow card, you should give him a red card.
Against Southampton, Maguire just came in and he got a yellow card for kicking the ball. Exactly. Then Bruno Fernandes also got a yellow card for kicking the ball. That's Szoboszlai against Nottingham Forest kicked the ball in a more severe way.
It was on the yellow card.
And nothing happened. Yeah. So I think they need to be consistent in whatever they are doing.
Another negative. Let's talk about positivity. The positivity is that Man City have not won Arsenal in 4 games. Mm-hmm. 4 games now. Mm-hmm. And also, Man City has won that last 13 games. Mm. And who stopped them from winning before that 13 games? Well, Arsenal. And who stopped them from winning now? It's Arsenal. So I think let's give credit to Arteta.
No. See, most especially, my credit goes to the set piece coach. Yeah. For Arsenal, exactly. He's doing a fantastic job with Arsenal.
I want to say something. I think if you watch that game, forget about the decision and everything. That game looked like a first derby. That game is more of a derby than the Manchester derby.
Obviously.
In my opinion. Because it's like Manchester has now seen that this is our rival. This is our direct rival. The game, apart from the football part, in terms of, we saw what happened with before the game started, you saw what happened with Havertz. The game has not kicked. Havertz has started. We saw what's his name? Their prolific striker.
Haaland at the end of the game.
Even during the game. And it was a fierce derby. And it's not even the derby. I'm calling it the derby. It was a fierce match.
It was fierce match. Looking like a derby.
At the end of the day. But I think normally going before that game, I think most Arsenal fans, with what they've gone through with Odegaard out and playing Spurs and Atlanta in the space of 1 week with Man City and getting a point. Come on, it's a good point.
As for me, I think kudos go to Arteta. He really did well because when that red card came, I'm sorry, I'm coming. In the second half, holding to that extent, it wasn't easy for him to do. If I was to be an Arsenal fan that period, man, I won't be able to see that guy. I would just be waiting for the final minute to go on.
This is what Mourinho would do. And I know some fans will come out and shade, you play defensive 100-0.
You have to do that. That's the only option. That's the only option.
Inter Milan came on Wednesday and they did the same thing. And they got away with a point. So in case when Arteta does it or Arsenal does it, then it's something negative. But when Mourinho was doing then, it's a defensive masterclass.
All right, he was one man, so he had no option than to do that.
What a goal from Ricardo Calafiori.
Oh my God, that goal! I said that referee was in the way of that goal. He wanted my homies to stop that goal from going in. Yeah. What a way to score your debut goal. Yeah. What a way! What a beautiful way.
Exactly, it was a good goal. Start. Exactly, and it shows when he made some chemo from the bench for the past few games. I saw a lot of things from that guy. I saw he has this mentality. I think he has similar mentality to Gabriel. To me, he will become more of a beast than Gabriel. Aggressively with his head, like
he's an Italian.
Exactly, and he's. Come on, I wanted to even say so. You calling Italian made me remember. Is Arteta an Italian or is it? Because when he does and he does well, I'm telling you. Because defensively, Arsenal has been solid defensively.
Arsenal are doing good. They are doing well.
Kept them to where they are today.
For me, I think if not for referee, the 2 games they drew, they were supposed to win those games. If not for the referees and bad officiating, they were supposed to win those games.
In that very game, of course, Rodri of Manchester City got injured. Of course, reports I'm getting right now is that Rodri will be out of the season. The season just started, and Rodri will be out of the season. He tore his ACL, of course, from his left knee. So he'll be out of the. When he left in that very game, Sonny Bobo did Manchester City miss the services of Rodri.
They did.
If it was that game, probably maybe they
would have won that game if he
probably.
was in that game. Believe me, if he was in that game, if he played for the whole 90 minutes, I think he left in the 60 something minutes. That was when he left in that game. If he was there, believe me, they would have won that game, because that guy, and whenever the Manchester City play and he's in that game, just forget it. He said that they win or they draw that game. That is what. If he was in that game, they would have done well.
One thing he does is that which other Man City players were not doing, less of Kovacic, they were not shooting enough. I think he knows how to shoot.
He knows that, yes, he knows how to shoot. He knows how to shoot. Well, outside shot that would have deflected into the net.
But regardless of him or not, I think Arsenal, it was me that I wasn't playing.
Rodri left in the 21st minute.
It was unbelievable. Yeah, he left early before that.
Yes,
That was
left
correct.
early.
It was an unbelievable masterclass with defending. It wasn't.
Arteta
easy.
got it right. He
Yeah,
got it
he-
spot on.
yeah,
He was almost celebrating a victory at the Etihad.
Yeah.
Until you can't say 45 minutes is a whole lot of time to defend.
Yeah, exactly.
But they tried. I give them
course.
kudos to Mikel Arteta doing what he knows how to do best. Of course, Manchester City got frustrated. Pep Guardiola got frustrated. But at the end of the game, before the end of the game, when Manchester City got that equalizer, Erling Haaland picked a ball and struck it at the head of Gabriel.
And the Premier League and the VAR.
They didn't do anything about that.
If it was Gabriel that did that, probably
You will get a red card. You will get a red card,
So
straight red card, because that was totally wrong.
Understand
That was
what's
wrong.
going on. I don't understand what's going on. And he actually bashed on the party. I think just minutes after that, and nothing happened. And they said nothing happened.
I saw that. That was totally wrong.
I think the game is done. Let's just move on to the next one.
No doubt the game is done. Kudos to Thomas Partey. He was a midfield master in that very game. Thomas Partey, precisely. He was
But
everywhere.
this was somebody that was about to leave last season, but coming into this game, this season with Arsenal, I never expected that he's going to be a starter. Yes, we know what happened last season, but coming into this game, he has really played so well for Arsenal. Yes, he has really played so well for Arsenal. When last season when he was not there, and we have this Jorginho playing in that, it was a little bit shaky. But Partey have really regained himself. This is the Partey that we saw at Atletico Madrid that made Arsenal to buy him. He's really playing well, and Arteta knows exactly how to put this player in position and tell them what to do, and that's exactly what they are doing.
All right, congratulations to Mikel Arteta, of course, going away from home, getting 1 point. He didn't go empty-handed. He found a way, almost got the 3 points. But, football is crazy sometimes. Mikel Arteta going home with a point. Kudos to Calafiori. What a beautiful goal. Of course, Gabriel, since he joined Arsenal, he has been the highest scorer as a defender in the English Premier League. What? Of course, before he scored that goal, the defender, Walker, was Walker was trying to, I don't know, not to, his eyes was fixated towards the side of Bukayo Saka, who was about to take the cross, but his hands was trying to locate the direction of Gabriel. But at the end of it all, Gabriel found a way to score.
It was too late.
Yeah,
What a defender!
Yeah, funny enough, I think it was the first corner that happened. I think another player marked. It was Doku that marked Gabriel, and Gabriel almost scored.
Almost, yes, he missed that.
And the second corner, decided to change the marker, and nothing still happened.
And now he scored.
Yeah, Gabriel did. I think, like Sonny said, I think the set piece coach.
He's doing a fantastic
He has,
job.
honestly.
I think one thing most teams know what they know about Arsenal now is currently the set piece. They know set
Don't
piece.
give them that opportunity.
Canute, you know one thing about a good team? Explore every means necessary for you to get a goal.
That's the most
If he
important.
doesn't come through the open play,
Yeah.
he should come from the set piece, and that's exactly what Arsenal are doing. And that set piece coach is doing a good job with Arsenal players.
All right, a very big congratulations once again to Mikel Arteta getting 1 point at the Etihad. It was one of the most interesting games of the weekend, but Michael Oliver actually happened to Arsenal.